Hello YouTube subscribers and friends. Today we're bringing you what I personally think is a car from the most iconic era of the Ford Motor Company, the pre-war cars of all three divisions. At the time, Chief Stylist Bob Gregorie, along with Henry Ford's son Edsel, penned some of the most elegantly styled automobiles of all time. Our featured 1940 Mercury 8 convertible is no exception. Thanks to owner Brian Parks, who tirelessly maintains this convertible to always look and perform its best, it's truly a labor of love. We recently met Brian, and he graciously agreed to spend some time with us as we photographed his classic Mercury and interviewed him on all of the particulars. We know you'll love this edition of If This Car Could Talk. Thanks for tuning in, and remember to hit the like button and leave a comment on what you think of Brian's car. Please share it with your friends too. Without further ado, let's go for a ride.
Hi, my name is Brian Parks and I own a 1940 Mercury 8 convertible. I purchased the car about 4 years ago. The car was actually a nut and bolt body off restoration about 2007. It was completed, and the car actually came from Pennsylvania. And the guy that did the car, he restored cars for a living. And this was the last car he did for himself. He collected new old stock parts for years. And he redid the car, and after that he died of cancer. And then the person I bought it from was from Tempe, was a friend of the family that bought the car in Pennsylvania after he passed away. They had the car for about 10 years. And so I bought it from them. When they had it, they participated in the Copper State 1000. So they drove that car on the tour, was actually driving the car for 1,000 miles in 4 days. So it's got a little sticker on the front window for the Copper State 1000. And so I bought the car. As far as the shape of it, I had been looking for a 1940 Mercury. The reason is my father had a 1940 Mercury he bought in the 1950s. And I've had that car since I was 16. And I'm in the process of restoring that right now. But I've always wanted the convertible, so I looked for several years to find this car. And a lot of the ones I looked at were out of state, and different states. I didn't want to travel to look at it, and I wanted something that was pretty much stock. This car is stock. It was completely a body off restoration with new old stock parts. It's got the original flathead, the 239 flathead. It's got headers and dual exhaust, and it's got an Edelbrock carburetor, a 4-barrel carburetor on it. So the car starts and runs very well. Everything was redone on that car. Since I've had it, I had the car repainted. This paint was starting to wear a little bit, so I had it completely done by Jazzy here in Phoenix. Jazzy Paint and Auto Body. Since I had it, it had 15-inch just generic wheels on it when I bought it. So I put the 16-inch stock wheels with the hubcaps and the beauty rings on it, the big white wall tires that go with that car. I've done a few mechanical repairs on it, nothing major. I've done some suspension work on it. I've had it aligned. I do all my own work on the car than the body work. So it's just a project. I drive the car frequently. I don't drive it every day. But it's a car that, I was looking for a 1940 Mercury specifically for that car. Mercury started in 1939 was the first year of the Mercury. But I like the 39, but the 40 Mercury, in my opinion, is the best looking car ever. Just the body lines, the way it flows, the way it drives is a very, very smooth, good driving car. It's all stock. As far as suspension, it's got the straight axle in the front. It's got 4-wheel hydraulic drum brakes. So it's got the original suspension. It's got the knee action shocks in it. Dual exhaust. It's got the wishbone suspension in it. So the torque tube. The suspension of these cars are kind of unique, where it's a mono spring, where there's one spring in the front and one in the back. And the back spring is actually wrapped in aluminum, so it's wrapped as kind of an upgrade accessory for that car. So it's got the 3-speed standard transmission. So it's a fun car to drive. It doesn't have air conditioning, it doesn't have a heater, it didn't come with that. It's got the top is fully functional. The seats in the top are LeBaron Bonnie top, and the seats are red leather seats. Very, very comfortable car to drive in. The top is actually vacuum operated to put it up and down, so you have to actually start the motor of the car to let it run. gets a lot of looks. My favorite thing about the car is just driving it. Just getting out and driving it, but the looks of the car. The car, is completely redone, so it's like a brand new 1940 Mercury. So the looks, the comments I get from people, I bought the car to drive. My cars, if I have a car, I'm going to drive it. I can't see having a car that you trailer every place, so it actually gets out, it gets on the road. The undercarriage of the car is as clean as the top of the car is. But just the way it sounds, the flathead is so smooth, such a good running engine. I can't do burnouts like everybody else did for the previews of this video, but it runs good. My plans are I'm going to keep the car as long as I'm here on this earth. I looked for years to find that car, and just when I found it, it happened to coincide with my retirement. I retired from Phoenix Fire Department after 37 years, and I bought that car right when I retired. So my plan is to drive the car, keep it clean, mechanically keep it up, and drive it at least as long as I'm going to have to see down the road, where the kids are interested in it or not. But my plan is to keep it pretty much stock like it is now. Just keep up mechanically and be able to drive and enjoy it.
Well, what do you guys think? I know many of you have never even seen a Mercury of this vintage, especially not a convertible coupe. Tell us in the comments what you think of Ford's early V8 era cars and your favorite memories of these legendary cars. Next week, we continue to bring you rare and unusual cars when we feature a mildly hot-rodded 1960 Dodge Dart Seneca two-door sedan. This car is ultra cool and one of the final models from Virgil Exner's Forward Look designs. You won't want to miss it, and to guarantee you don't, why not hit the subscribe button and sign up for the channel? We can really use your support as we continue to bring you these great features of awesome cars with interesting histories. We'll see you again next Sunday. Until then, please be careful out there.